For some people, the start of September means a change in the season. For Manipur, of course, it brought along yet another wave of violence. But if things are what they are being presented to be, this might just take Manipur to a level of violence even this state has not seen in the past. I'm Kalyan Dev, and this week on Decoded, we look at how the war in Manipur went from the ground to the sky. Pursuing for months.
A village of Assam
in the 75th Independence Day.
On September 1, Manipur and then the rest of the country woke up to the news that shocked thousands of people. Manipur was witnessing drone attacks. Even though the state has been burning for over a year now, this was a new thing. Until now, drones were only used for surveillance by all sides. Earlier this year, child activist Lisipriya Kadgujam handed over 2 thermal drones and other items to Arambai Bengal. Lisipriya procured the drones through crowdfunding and proudly shared the same on her social media too. The Kukis too have acknowledged that they have used drones, but of course they say that these were only camera drones, which is understandable. I mean, they are unlikely to accept that their side and their actions led to the death of innocents in Kotruk in Imphal West. But it was not just one attack, and it did not end on September 1. Now, Manipur Police has made it very clear the drone attack was done by Kuki militants, and the CM has called it an act of terrorism. The centre, who are almost always late when it comes to Manipur, formed a committee of top officers from the army, state police and paramilitary forces to examine the use of explosive-bearing drones by militants in Manipur. The committee will comprise the army's 57 Mounted Division Lieutenant General, the Additional Director General of Police of Manipur, the Major General of the Assam Rifles South and the Inspector Generals from the Central Reserve Police Force and Border Security Force. The panel will also rope in technical experts to analyze how militants are modifying drones to plant explosives and drop them, and are expected to submit their reports by September 13. And following a drone attack, the centre also approved the use of anti-drone guns by paramilitary forces deployed in the state. Currently, the BSF is using guns along the western borders with Pakistan, but it seems that dangers in Manipur are as high as in Pakistan. What a time to be alive. Achhe din indeed. You see, I honestly do not want to get into the debate of who did this, and I will explain why later in this episode. So please at least let me finish before you start abusing. Between May 2023 and now, almost all the conflict has been on the ground. Physical conflict between the conflicting parties. As such, areas where the hills and the valley meet have been most hit, while territories deeper into the respective regions like say Imphal City or Churachandpur have not nearly seen such levels of violence. But September 1 changed that. When news emerged that alleged Kuki militants had attacked in Imphal West, the first question among many was, wait, how did Kukis attack Imphal West? And it is a fair question to ask. And that is where drones have added a new dimension. Until now, drones, as we said earlier, had been used by the Meiteis, the Kukis, the security forces and the state administration for surveillance, but never for attacks. This attack, however, took place without the enemy even needing to venture too deep into the territory. And that is a scary idea indeed. Because if all it takes is for a few people to deliver bombs to an area like a post-apocalypse version of Amazon delivery, what next? Attacks on hospitals from hundreds of kilometers away, schools, colleges. You see, every time drones have been used across the world in conflict zones, the results have been catastrophic. From Ukraine to Gaza and from Myanmar to Manipur, drones have caused death and destruction. And after 16 months, the fact that Manipur is witnessing new forms of warfare instead of talking of peace only shows how bad things have become in Manipur. Although, to be honest, that is hardly news. No sooner did the drones kill innocent people that vultures began tearing up every sense of responsibility. For Chief Minister Biren Singh, who was under fire for his alleged audio clips, this was a welcome change, so to speak. He went on the offensive and called it an act of terrorism, while his son-in-law used the attack to call for a ban on ITLF. In response, the Kuki leaders complained to Amit Shah and accused Meitei civil society organizations of inciting hatred. And while you might abuse me for what I'm about to say, at this point I'm so used to it that, well, go ahead. For the past 16 months, every time someone has died due to conflict, the politicians, Meitei or Kukis, have only used their deaths to further their agenda. And the BJP Manipur has officially turned into some dark humor. RK Imo Singh and Paulinlal Haukip are from the same party. What are you shouting about when you cannot even talk to each other? If the victim is Meitei, blame the Kukis, say things like drugs, narcotics, war, China, USA, Christian country, Myanmar, Bangladesh, and move on. If the victim is Kuki, blame Biren Singh, Manipur Police, Arambai Tengol, Kokomi, and move on. At this point, it is clearer than ever that the politicians under no circumstances want any peace at all. For 2 years now, Manipur has been burning, but these politicians cannot even bother to talk about peace, so much so that even if by some miracle Manipur became peaceful, it would essentially be a compromise for someone, because peace cannot exist between two people who do not consider each other equals. The BJP has, just to protect Biren Singh, watched helplessly to a point where it has no unity in the state unit, it has no idea what is next for Manipur, and it has absolutely no idea how to return normalcy to Manipur. We are so busy blaming someone or the other that at this point, every side is convinced more than ever that they are right. And when everyone is right, no one is right. Let us, for example, accept that Kukis dropped the bombs via drone. Will this mean the center will act against the perpetrators? No. Because if they wanted to act, they would not have waited for the drones to fall and kill innocent people. Will they end the SO with Kuki insurgents? No. Because again, if they do, were they waiting for hundreds to die before acting? Similarly, let us say that it becomes clear that Kukis did not attack via drones. What then? Who killed innocent people? No answer, because who cares? The fire is burning, right? Politicians are still drawing salaries, still enjoying their perks, and will continue to do so because, of course, they will. All we know is that as of September 2024, it is now officially raining bombs in Manipur, and for that, thank you, double engine government. Or wait, should I blame Rahul Gandhi for this too?
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to EastMojo. For any queries, put them down in the comments section below and press on the bell icon for notifications.